Imagine a world where kings played a high-stakes game of power, constantly maneuvering for advantage. Every decision could mean the difference between prosperity and ruin, between life and death. This was the reality of ancient India, a land where kingdoms rose and fell with the tides of war and diplomacy. This was ancient India, a land of warring kingdoms and shifting alliances. The landscape was dotted with fortresses and battlefields, each telling a story of conquest and defeat. The rulers of these kingdoms were constantly on edge, always looking over their shoulders, always planning their next move. In this turbulent world, a wise man named Kautilya wrote a masterpiece of strategy and diplomacy, the Arthashastra. This ancient text is not just a book, it's a comprehensive guide to statecraft, economics, military strategy, and even espionage. It offers insights into the art of governance that are as relevant today as they were over 2,000 years ago. Kautilya, also known as Chanakya, was a brilliant scholar and advisor. He was a man of great intellect and foresight whose teachings have stood the test of time. His wisdom was sought by kings and rulers who wanted to secure their thrones and expand their realms. He understood that power was not just about brute force. It was about strategy, cunning, and the ability to outthink your opponents. Kautilya's Arthashastra delves deep into the nuances of power dynamics, offering strategies that are both subtle and profound. It was about cunning, strategy, and knowing your enemies and your friends very, very well. Kautilya emphasized the importance of intelligence and espionage, understanding that information was the key to power. He advised rulers to build networks of spies and informants to stay ahead of their rivals. The Arthashastra is his guidebook to navigating this complex world. It covers everything from the duties of a king to the management of an economy, from military tactics to the art of negotiation. It's a treasure trove of knowledge that has influenced generations of leaders. It's a manual for rulers who want to survive and thrive in a dangerous game. The Arthashastra teaches that a wise ruler must be adaptable, always ready to change tactics in response to new challenges. It's a timeless lesson in leadership and resilience. Think of the Arthashastra as a kind of ancient Indian Game of Thrones, packed with political intrigue, strategic thinking, and timeless wisdom. The drama of court politics, the shifting alliances, and the constant quest for power are all vividly captured in its pages. It's a book that's still studied today by military leaders, CEOs, and anyone who wants to understand the art of power. The principles laid out by Kautilya continue to resonate, offering valuable lessons in strategy, leadership, and the complexities of human nature. Imagine a king sitting in his palace. Around him, in a circle, are his neighbors. Some are friendly, some are hostile, and some are just waiting for a chance to grab power. This is the basic idea behind the mandala system, a key concept in Kautilya's Arthashastra. The mandala system is all about understanding the relationships between different kingdoms. It's like a giant chessboard where each player has to carefully consider their moves. The king in the center is the Vijigishu, the ambitious one who wants to expand his power, but the king isn't alone. He has allies, enemies, and everyone in between. The Arthashastra lays out different types of neighbors, each with their own motives and potential threats. It's a complex web of relationships, and understanding it is crucial for survival. In the game of power, there's no room for wishful thinking. Every move is calculated, every decision weighed with the utmost precision. The stakes are high, and the consequences of a single misstep can be catastrophic. You have to know who your enemies are, and this isn't just about identifying them. It's about understanding their motives, their strengths, and their weaknesses. You need to delve deep into their psyche, anticipate their moves before they make them, and you have to be prepared to deal with them. This means having your own strategies in place, training your soldiers, and ensuring your defenses are impenetrable. Preparation is key, and complacency can lead to downfall. This is a central lesson in the Arthashastra. The ancient text is a treasure trove of wisdom on statecraft and military strategy, offering timeless advice that remains relevant even today. Kautilya stresses the importance of identifying the main enemy, the one who poses the greatest threat to your reign. This isn't a task to be taken lightly. It requires careful analysis and a deep understanding of the political landscape, the most immediate threat to a king's power. This enemy could be a rival king, a rebellious noble, or even a trusted advisor with hidden ambitions. The key is to remain vigilant and never underestimate anyone. This enemy isn't just someone you dislike, it's the ruler who poses the biggest danger to your kingdom, the one who has the resources and the will to challenge your authority. It's the ruler who poses the biggest danger to your kingdom, the one who's most likely to attack or undermine your authority. This threat must be neutralized before it can grow and become unmanageable. The one who's most likely to attack or undermine your authority. Ignoring this threat is a recipe for disaster. History is replete with examples of rulers who paid the ultimate price for their complacency. Ignoring this threat is a recipe for disaster. Kautilya advises kings to be ruthless in their assessment of potential enemies. Ruthlessness here doesn't mean cruelty, it means being clear-eyed and unsentimental. Kautilya advises kings to be ruthless in their assessment of potential enemies. Don't let emotions cloud your judgment. Emotions can be a ruler's greatest weakness, leading to decisions that are more about personal feelings than strategic necessity. Don't let emotions cloud your judgment. Look at the facts, their military strength, their ambition, their past actions. Analyze every detail and use this information to your advantage. Look at the facts, their military strength, their ambition, their past actions. This is about survival, and sentimentality has no place in this calculation. The survival of your kingdom depends on your ability to make tough, sometimes harsh decisions. This is about survival, and sentimentality has no place in this calculation. In the end, it's the ruler who can balance wisdom with strength, strategy with action, who will prevail. But it's not enough to just focus on your main enemy. The Arthashastra teaches that there's another player in the game, the secondary enemy. This is a neighboring ruler who's also a rival of your main enemy. And here's the interesting part. The secondary enemy can actually be a potential ally. Think of it like this. You and your secondary enemy might not be best friends, but you have a common problem. You both want to see the main enemy weakened or defeated. This shared interest creates an opportunity for cooperation, a chance to join forces against a greater threat. Of course, alliances can be fragile, especially in the world of the Arthashastra, but sometimes even temporary cooperation can be enough to tip the balance of power in your favor. Section 5. Outmaneuvering the enemy, the art of strategy. In the annals of history, strategy has always been a crucial element in determining the outcome of conflicts. From the ancient battlefields to the modern-day boardrooms, the principles of strategy remain timeless. Warfare isn't just about brute force, it's a complex dance of tactics and maneuvers where the mind often triumphs over sheer muscle. It's about outsmarting your opponent, anticipating their moves, and striking when they're most vulnerable. Just like a game of chess, every move must be calculated, every decision weighed. The Arthashastra is full of advice on how to do just that. This ancient Indian treatise, written by the sage Kautilya, offers a treasure trove of wisdom on statecraft and military strategy. Kautilya understood that there are many ways to weaken an enemy. He emphasized the importance of psychological warfare and the power of information. Military strength is important, but it's not the only factor. The true art of strategy lies in the ability to adapt and use all available resources to one's advantage. He recommends a range of strategies from espionage and diplomacy to economic warfare. Each method has its own place and time, and knowing when to employ them is key, and even using propaganda to sow discontent among the enemy's subjects. By undermining the morale of the opposition, a ruler can gain a significant advantage. One of the key principles in the Arthashastra is the idea of dharma, which can be translated as righteous conduct or duty. This concept is central to Kautilya's philosophy, which can be translated as righteous conduct or duty. A ruler must always strive to act in accordance with dharma, ensuring that their actions are just and fair. Kautilya believed that a just and righteous king would ultimately prevail, as the support of the people is a powerful force. A ruler who is seen as fair and just will inspire loyalty and dedication. So it's important to maintain the moral high ground even while engaging in cunning strategies. Balancing ethical considerations with strategic necessities is the hallmark of a truly great leader. Section 6. The importance of allies, strength in numbers. Even the most powerful king can't rule the world alone. Alliances are essential for survival and success. The Arthashastra emphasizes the importance of building strong relationships with other rulers, especially those who share your interests or face common threats. But choosing the right allies is crucial. Kautilya warns against aligning yourself with rulers who are unreliable, overly ambitious, or geographically distant. An ideal ally is someone who brings strength to the table, whether it's military power, economic resources, or strategic influence. Maintaining these alliances requires constant effort. A wise king cultivates relationships, honors agreements, and shows his allies that he is a valuable partner. Section 7. Accepting help. A wise king knows his limits. Pride can be a dangerous thing, especially for a ruler. The Arthashastra advises kings to swallow their pride and accept help when needed, even from unexpected sources. Remember that secondary enemy who might become an ally? Sometimes you have to be willing to work with someone you don't fully trust to achieve a greater goal. This might mean setting aside old grudges, offering concessions, or even accepting a temporary subordinate role. It's not about weakness, it's about pragmatism. A wise king knows that sometimes the best way to win is to be part of a winning team, even if it means sharing the glory. Section 8. Arthashastra in the Modern World. Timeless Lessons. You might be thinking, this is all ancient history. What does it have to do with us today? The surprising answer is, a lot more than you might think. While the world has changed dramatically since Kautilya's time, the fundamental principles of power and strategy remain remarkably relevant. The Arthashastra's teachings on diplomacy, alliance building, and understanding your adversaries are still studied by military strategists, political leaders, and even business executives. The book's emphasis on pragmatism, long-term thinking, and the importance of both hard power and soft power continues to resonate in today's complex geopolitical landscape. Section 9. Conclusion. A legacy of strategic thinking. Kautilya's Arthashastra is more than just an ancient text. It's a testament to the enduring power of strategic thinking. Its lessons on diplomacy, statecraft, and the art of outmaneuvering your opponents continue to be relevant centuries after they were first written. By understanding the principles outlined in the Arthashastra, we gain valuable insights into the dynamics of power, the importance of alliances, and the timeless struggle for advantage in a world where the Game of Thrones never truly ends.